Hey everybody, Goosebumps for Dummies back at it again with another video. This time talking about Return of the Mummy. Now this is the 23rd Goosebumps book in the original series, and it's one of the very first Goosebumps Mummy sequels, and it actually has the same characters as the first book, which is not entirely surprising, but it is a little considering dummy sequels, and I don't think there's a single other sequel to this book that actually has Gabe and Sorry and Uncle Ben, or any of those characters. Now, I want to quickly just disclose this. I am extremely fucking tired, so, if I seem, like, off during this video, which you probably might have noticed already, I'm just exhausted right now. I actually just woke up from a nap, and I watched a little bit of a Ghostbusters playthrough of all things, because I was fucking bored. And I decided, fuck, I'm behind on videos. It's 9 p.m., I still have time, so I thought, fuck it, I'll just pump out Return of the Mummy book review. I was supposed to do this a couple days ago, but I didn't have the motivation to do it, and hopefully, in the next couple days, I will be able to wrap up the remaining videos that I was supposed to do for March. Hopefully, if I have the motivation to do so. I will try heavily on one in Pacific, because that one's going to be a tough one, especially if I move it into April. Meaning April will have 4 episode reviews, to say the least, because there's free that month. Yeah, sorry for the ramble sesh there. Let's just move on to the actual book review. And now for the blurb. Dead or Alive. After last year's scary adventure, Gabe's a little nervous about being back in Egypt, back near the ancient pyramids, back where he saw all those creepy mummies. Then he learns about all the Egyptian superstition, a secret chant that is supposed to bring mummies to life. Gabe's uncle says it's just a hoax, but now it sounds like something's moving in the mummy's tomb, which is an obvious reference to the first book. No way a couple of dumb words can wake the dead, can they? The fuck they can. So, Return of the Mummy, it's a very interesting sequel, and I'm just gonna say this here, it's definitely not as good as the first book, but it's still a decent ride. I wouldn't say it's, the greatest Mummy book in the franchise, let alone in the 90s era of Goosebumps. I think there's actually a modern Mummy book that actually does this, honestly. Actually, too, if you can't, A Dummy Meets the Mummy. Yeah, this isn't just the most fantastic sequel. I still think it's a decent book. It's just definitely one of the weaker Mummy books for some reason, I feel. Well, most of the Mummy books I do rank pretty decently high, like 8 out of 10 on average. That's my usual Mummy ranking, or rating, sorry. And, this one is just a little bit lower than that, I'll say that, and it's just weird. The book has good consistency, which is something I always sought out for in Goosebumps, and I'm a sucker for good consistency. If the book is able to navigate me through it the entire time without me getting bored, or me feeling uninterested, or even, disliking the book, then you got a good read right there. I felt this book from page 1 to 100 was just good, and then everything past that, which is my next episode, was actually great. So my next episode, like I said, is everything past that. The climax, basically. The last, 20 pages, I think. Damn. They were actually really, really solid. I quite liked the twists that were thrown in there. Good twists, I'd say, is another one of my little upsides. And this book has a lot of little things that add up, because, we got Gabe, which I kind of like as protagonist, we got the Egyptian setting and stuff, and we got a couple other things. This even actually takes place during Christmas break, so this could be counted as a Christmas book, too? I know, fucking weird. The climax, back on track, was really, really good. I can't remember it extremely well, but my Goodreads review puts it pretty decently. It's a great climax, with great twists thrown in there, or pretty goofy twist, I'd even say, with a reveal of a certain character being a certain age, kind of similar to Who's Your Mummy? Ooh, that was a pretty good twist. And yeah, the book had a good twist, it had decent characters, decent setting. I really liked the plot, too. The first 100 pages were okay, and the final, 20-something were great. So the book had consistent quality there. Yeah, this book was just a really, really decent read. I don't have any real issues about the book, but I will say, it's not like, oh, this book, just because it had, no big issues, oh, it's gotta be a fucking 10 out of 10. No, it's not gonna get a 10 out of 10. It didn't push to, like, the 8 out of 10 mark that mummy books usually hit for me, at least. It was just pretty good, but, like, not that good. And now for my rating. I'm gonna give this book a 7.5 out of 10. It didn't quite get to 8 out of 10, but it was still a really decent read. I think it's not as great as the first book, let alone a lot of other mummy books, but it's still one I would recommend. It's just a pretty damn fine book, I'd even say, because it's got consistent quality, it's got decent characters, decent setting, and it's got Prince Karoo, so that's cool, I guess. Got a recognizable villain who's also pretty popular in Goosebumps merchandise. And that's why they actually skipped to this book in the TV show, in case you didn't know. It's because Prince Karoo was in this one, and he wasn't in the first one, so they're like, oh shit, Prince Karoo, he's in this one, he's popular right now, he's a mascot, fuck it, we'll just do that. Kind of the same situation with Night of the Living Dummy. Anyways, yeah, this book was just pretty good, 7.5 out of 10. Not the best mummy book, however. Maybe even one of the weakest ones, besides, the TV book. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this book review. Tell me what you think of Return of the Mummy below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.